If you're struggling financially, the last thing you think you can afford is a mentor. But what if I tell you that the very reason you're stuck is because you keep trying to figure it out by yourself? So today's episode, we're answering the question, if you are struggling financially, should you hire a mentor? Because let's be honest, you don't have a money problem. You have a knowledge and mindset problem. This right here, this episode, is a conversation that's going to lead to your greatness. Let's get into it, guys.
And I'm Lester Smith.
And welcome back to our podcast, guys, where we educate, motivate, and inspire you to break free of your limiting mindsets in marriage, faith, and finance that hinders your ability to create the life you desire. Mm-hmm. Today, we're talking about financial struggles, struggling financially, and is it right or is it the right thing to do to get a mentor to pull you out of that, struggle or out of that hole? Mm-hmm. But before we jump into this great conversation, let's go ahead and do the YouTube stuff. If you have not joined the family of like-minded individuals that is tapping into their greatness, subscribe. Yeah. Just push the button and subscribe. We have a plethora of videos, okay?
Yeah.
All right, babe. Let's hit it. I'm going to hit you with this question. If a person is struggling financially, should they hire a mentor? And we're going to speak from a standpoint of not us being mentors ourselves, but as people who have been in this situation. That's what I want to speak from.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, I didn't start doing better financially until I got a mentor.
See?
So that's the short and simple answer. And the mentor that I got, I didn't necessarily pay him. He was a free mentor. I was listening to a lot of his free content. You do have a lot of people like ourselves that on YouTube and books, you get a lot of free books on Audible, and you can use those as your mentors until you can afford to pay a mentor. But let me say this: I do recommend that you get a mentor, especially if it's in something like a community setting where you can get together, y'all can bounce ideas off of each other and stuff like that. But I didn't start doing better until I got a mentor. And let me go back to 2009. 2009, I was struggling financially because I had a bad gambling problem. And I said, well, I can't go and me and her was about to get married. We was about to get married. I said, I can't go into this marriage with these financial struggles. And I decided to, I got sick. I was, like Dave Ramsey say, that was my mentor. At one point in time, you're going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm like, man, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. All of my money that comes in every week, I'm gambling it out trying to get a bigger bag when I should have. That was the bag. The money that I was getting was the bag, And until I got him, and like I say, I didn't pay him starting off. We did go to Financial Peace University after the fact, but for the first year or so, we didn't. We just used the free content. And that was the mentoring that I got, and it was a biblical based mentorship. So yeah.
I think I see where you're going with that. I think a lot of times when we feel stuck and we keep bumping our head and thinking we have to do it alone and that we are alone, I think that is a choice that we make out of pride and ego.
Yeah.
Because now there's so much resource that's available online on social media. People who like podcasts, people who do this for free, that wants to help. So I think when we're talking about mentorship and struggling financially, you don't have to pay right off the bat.
Yeah.
Just seek someone out that have the same values and morals and beliefs as you. See how they're living and just copy it.
Yeah.
Just take on their knowledge, because I think a lot of times we think that when we're stuck, it's a money problem. That if I make this much money, man, I can, get rid of all my problems. And it's not that. It is a knowledge and a mindset problem that's keeping you stuck. And that's what a mentor is going to help you solve.
Yeah.
He's going to give you the knowledge. You're going to be based off his experience or her experience. You have that knowledge now. You have the experience like as if you already did that thing.
Yeah.
But you have to take it. I think when we talk about free mentorship or mentoring for free without money, it's almost like a double-edged sword.
Yeah. But in a lot of cases, they're only going to give you the basics. They're not going to go in depth with you until you pay for the mentorship.
Yes, and then, even then, because it's free, your attention is not there as it should.
Exactly.
So it's
now you see why. Yeah, okay. You see how the Lord be working.
Because we did not discuss it. Listen, let me tell you how this topic came up.
Yeah, go ahead.
He said this topic, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna disagree on it. But I said, let's do this on film.
You say you don't think we're gonna agree on it.
Yeah. That's what I said. I think
you
I'm
said disagree.
I think I'm gonna disagree. With
you said you're gonna disagree.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? Let's talk this out on camera.
Yeah.
So all what we're getting and feeding off, when we was like, oh, that's what you taking it.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this. So this is live. This is raw.
Yeah.
And I get you.
And that's how we do a lot of our episodes. It just be raw. We just come up with a topic and we just flow off the dome.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because we're gonna let the Lord work. The Lord gave me that topic this morning. And I was meditating this morning. He said, go ahead and talk about this. But as I sit back and think about that, the Bible says where your money goes, that's where your heart is. So think about that as well. So you can go get this free mentorship. You more than likely you're not gonna pay attention until you start paying.
Yeah.
That's when I really start paying attention. When I start paying. When I start coming out the pocket, I say, well, I better go ahead and pay attention now. And let me say this, you're gonna appreciate it more by coming out of your pocket. You're like, well, I don't have no money to give nobody. Well, start with the free stuff, like we're telling you. Start with the free stuff, and then as soon as you can be able to pay, because you're going to get a better level of mentorship when you start paying.
Exactly.
You're going to get a better level of mentorship. And let me say this, I've had many mentors over the years. Dave Ramsey was one of the first. We have mentors now. Myron Golden, that's one of our mentors. My spiritual mentor is my pastor. And he's a businessman too, so I can talk to him about business as well. So it's not, and I also have a mentor that I just got recently, a couple of weeks ago. He's teaching me how to do foreclosures and stuff like that. So it's that, and you won't have one mentor for everything.
Yeah.
You're not going to have one mentor for every single thing. You might have a mentor today that might not be your mentor in 5 years, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, because you keep growing. And as you grow, you may grow past that mentor that you started with, and you need to go to that next level. Okay, I used him to get to the $100,000 a year. Now I'm gonna need he's not making over $100,000 a year. I'm gonna need another mentor to take me to $1 million a year. You know what I mean, or something like that. But go ahead.
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about that, that's even spiritually. I think a lot of times we are so loyal to pastors and things, and we know that we have outgrew them, but because we're used to that loyalty to them, I gotta go to church, not knowing that it's no longer feeding you.
I like that.
So you stay stuck spiritually, and you praying to God like, God, why I'm stuck, why I'm feeling unfulfilled, why I'm in this rut. I know it's more in me, and God is like, because you have outgrown the spiritual leader that you are loyal to. Now it's time for you to go to a next level in in your spirituality. And that's one thing I had to realize was a lot of times when I was feeling stuck before I was now pastor, I was feeling stuck because I was loyal to my uncle. Oh, he's my uncle. That's a family church. I'm gonna go. But it's just like, Keisha, you already over that. That was milk. Yeah. He was feeding milk. I'm good. I need some more now. Milk don't get me satisfied.
So you was like a little baby. Yeah. You was like a little baby. You getting that milk, but then you got to start putting
once them teeth start growing.
Well, it ain't necessarily the teeth. You gotta you might just get the milk at first, and then the baby gonna need a little cereal to go with that milk. And then that baby start growing and growing. You're like, okay.
Because then you're taking in what is being put out. So that's another thing. When you have free mentorship and, you go through podcasts, all the free resources, when you start taking this stuff in and you're actually putting it into action, you're going to grow. So that right at that point where you at is going to make room for you to pay for paid mentorship. Because it's like, man, I'm taking it in. I'm seeing the results. Now I freed up some money. Now I need to pay somebody to get me to that next level. Because this right here, I know that. I did that. Right? So that's why.
And also, your mentor should be growing. If your mentor is growing, you can grow with him. But there's going to be a point, maybe, that you're going to outgrow him and you're going to have to find somebody else. It's just how, and like what she said with the spiritual mentor. When I was in the old church, man, I knew that wasn't right. I was like, bro, I'm feeling unfulfilled over here. I need to go somewhere where they fulfilling me, because this ain't it right here. And it wasn't nothing. Some people say you got itching ears. People be trying to go to church to soothe their ears because their ears is itching, you know. But it wasn't that's that kind of situation. I was in a church where there was a lot of hell going on in that church, and I knew that wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right. So, and for me to stay there that long, I actually did myself a disservice.
Yeah, malnutrition.
You know? Yeah, because I was just on the milk. I was just on the milk, and I needed some cereal, you know, or some real food, you know. And I wasn't getting the real food there, but you know, it's like as you sit back and you think about that, guys, a lot of us have gotten to the point where we're at. If you're watching us, more than likely you in between the ages of 30 and 50, you know, you struggled thus far. It's time to stop struggling.
Yeah.
Go get your mentor. Go get your and we may be mentoring you. Some of the people that are watching us, we may be mentoring y'all. You know, I'm pretty sure y'all done watched a lot of episodes. Some of you guys. So just stick with us. Stick with us. What was you about to say?
When you said struggle, we normalize struggle.
Yeah.
Struggling. And we put that on our shoulder like it's a crown to wear, a crown of glory.
Yeah.
Listen, God didn't create you to struggle. He didn't create none of us to struggle. We struggle because we choose to be disobedient, choose to ignore the path that God has us on. And we want God to bless what we want in life. And God is like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So you're going to continue to struggle. But then because struggling has become so normalized, it's like, man, if I don't struggle, man, I ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
You got to struggle. You got to hustle. Grinding all my life. Hey, some, you know, they even have songs about that, about struggling, that if you're not going hard, if you're not getting no sleep, if you're working all your life and, you know, you barely getting sleep, listen, you in grind mode, you hustling, you a boss.
Yeah.
In who?
Yeah.
In what kingdom?
Yeah.
Because not in God's kingdom. God literally rests on the seventh day.
Yeah. He
literally rests. So if the creator, our creator rests, you don't think we have to rest? Like, where in the Bible did anyone that was of riches or great wealth or even had a fulfilled and walked in their purpose life, where did they grind? Yeah. Where did they hustle?
Where did they sweat and toil at?
Yeah, where?
Yeah.
So we got to stop normalizing the struggle and keep bumping our head and thinking this is a good thing, that it's going to, if we bump it hard enough, we're going to knock the wall down. No, baby, I guarantee you're going to knock some sense out of your head before the wall come down.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
So let's stop normalizing it. If you're struggling in your marriage, seek help.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us doing marriage and we ain't never seen a successful marriage before. We're out here winging it.
Yeah.
And let alone we're not even going to God, let him be our mentor. So listen.
Yeah.
Seek some help. Get the help you need.
Yeah. Jeremiah 33 verse 3. Call to me and I will answer you and give you great and unsearchable things that you do not know. That's God's phone number. 333.
Call him up and tell him what you want.
Jeremiah 33 verse 3. I love that verse. He'll mentor you, but you got to be open to being mentored. He'll send you the people that you need. You know, I just keep leaning on him. He just keeps sending me people. Like, okay, all right, Lord. I needed this person, and here they is. And let me say this too. You got to be the person that's going to attract. You got to be the type of person that's going to attract the people that you want into your life as well. You say,
what do you mean by that? Break that down.
Yeah. Let me say this, I remember for so many years, I would say, you know, this person ain't gonna help me, or that person ain't gonna help me. I'm not gonna even ask for help and this and that. But little did I know, they were just waiting in the cut for me to ask them. Asking you will receive, seeking you will find, knocking the door will be open to you. They were just waiting for me to ask. And when I asked, they like willingly, just openly, just help. But I had to become the person that's open to receiving help first before I could get the help. She'll tell you, her best friend's husband is our pastor. I was reluctant to go to him for many years because she would keep hollering about their business.
Oh my God!
I got to tell the people the story.
So that was 10% of why you. I would say 50%. What was the other 50%? That was you.
Hold on. The beginning part was me. I was in my own way about receiving help from the people.
Ego.
Pride, ego. I'll accept that.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Bro.
I'm cool with that.
Oh, but that just made me. Boy, that just turned me on. Being honest like
y'all
that.
See that rubbing on my arm?
I'm just saying. Come on, growth. I love an honest man.
You know, I'll accept that. You know, I received that. You know, I was in my own way in the beginning, but then when I come out of that chair and like, hey man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. What she do? She started blocking me. She started blocking me. I'm like, hey, hold on. I don't need you blocking me. I'm ready to go now. You know, the Lord that spoke to me. I'm ready. So give me the man number. Let me call the man. Talk to the man. And guess what? I own a Lamborghini now. He helped me get the Lamborghini. So it's like you got to get out of your own way and ask for help. And be the person that's open to receiving help, because I wasn't open to receiving at first, but now I'm open to receiving. And this is the prayer that I pray every single morning, every single day. Dear Lord, send me the person I'm supposed to help today, or the person that you're sending to help me, because I'm open to receiving help just as well as I'm open to giving help. Every single day I say that prayer. And the reason being is because I'm open to receiving now. You know, you got to be the person. Like I said, but anyway, go ahead.
And let's talk about the journey too, because you know how we say that you have to vibrate on that level. You have to become before you can attract those people into your life.
That's true.
With that, you go on a journey of being honest with yourself, of looking at yourself in the mirror, the real you, the raw you, the one that only you and God know, your fears, your ego, all of that stuff. Facing that person in the mirror and then dominating that person. That means you breaking all the walls down, all the ego, the stereotype, like everything in your head that built this person up. You're breaking that person down, and now you seeing you for who you are. And then you dealing with that ish. A lot of times we look in a mirror, right? But we don't get to look at our true self. We still look at it in the mirror, but we still looking at that false perception of what we built. Right? So it's almost like we're blind to a sense, even though we're looking at ourselves. So to get to that point, you have to, when we're talking about vibrating on that level or be open to receive that help or attracting those people, it takes work on your part first, because the right person can come to you and you will feel threatened by it. The right person will come to you and you will feel some type of way about it. Like they're bragging, or they too much, or this person ain't gonna help me. And all they're doing is being them. It ain't got nothing to do with them, but everything to do with you. So you got to do the work on self before you even get around those caliber of people that is doing better than you. Because you're going to see it as a threat. And you're going to feel like you got to floss. You're going to have to, pop out. And they like, dude, what you doing? That ain't what we do on this level. Pipe down. Pipe down, daddy. Pipe down.
I think it stems back from your paradigm as a child. That's all it is. It stems back from that. And the reason I say that is because those people that's super successful and stuff like that, I would get intimidated by those kind of people. And I'm gonna say that, openly and honest. I used to be intimidated by them kind of people because I felt like they wouldn't help me, and it's just like I guess because I was never around those type of people as a child, or either coming up as a young man. I wasn't around. I was always around people who was always pulling. They need something. I ain't never had nobody that gave, that just give freely without even asking for anything. I never had them type of people around me. And as I get them people around me, I'm like, but guess what? I had to become that person first. You understand what I'm saying? To be freely giving knowledge, freely giving information, freely just giving. And that attracted those people into my life. I was mentoring for 5 years before I even never made for free, before I ever made a dime. You understand what I'm saying? So I was giving before I ever made $1 on mentorship. So that's what I mean by be that person first, and then you'll receive those people into your life. You have to give in order to receive. When you want something to grow up out of the ground, you got to go drop a seed in the ground. You got to give first and then you receive.
Give the earth what
Yeah.
it needs.
You got to give anything.
Yeah,
if I want a baby, I got to give you that seed.
You do, baby.
Huh? If I want a home cooked meal, I got to give her them groceries.
All that money, so I can go make that groceries.
Yeah, that too.
A lot of groceries.
That too. So she can go make the food. You know. So you always got to give in order to receive the things that you need in life. Yeah.
And mentorship and financially struggling, right?
Yeah.
Listen, you have to realize that you just have a money problem. I mean, you don't have, I'm sorry. Realize that you don't have a money problem. It's all about your mindset and your knowledge.
You have a mindset problem.
Yes, and your lack of knowledge about money. Because I can guarantee you now, if you really look at your financial situation and you write all your bills and you allocate where all your money is going, it's some things you can cut back that you know that you don't need, and it would drastically change your financial situation.
That's too hard, though.
Yeah, is it?
That's too hard.
Because I think being broke is harder.
That's too hard.
I think living paycheck to paycheck and Paul and all that. I think that's
it's too hard to go through my bank statements and look at all the stuff that I've been spending on.
Let me tell you how good technology and God is. You can go to your bank, like if you have, like I have Bank of America, I have Chase. I think Chase do it too, where it look at it. What are you spending? It put it in categories. How much you're spending each month or each week, however you set it up. But it tells you what percentage you're spending on grocery, gas, and all whatever it is. It tells you your percentage and how much. It tells you how much is being deposited, how much you're spending. It's done for you. So it ain't.
So I just got to pay attention to it.
You just got to talk about have a financial report, financial analysis. A lot of times we're in financial situations because we don't talk finance. We don't talk money. We're not having these money conversations. And if you're married, you definitely, and you got kids, you definitely need to be having these conversations. Because you're not planning for your own future, but you're planning for your kids' future. Like you literally have to plan their future for when they turn 18. Or what you gonna do? Just leave them when they turn 18? They out on their own, like your mama or your daddy did you? How did that work for you? You know, we gotta really just think about that. If the future generation, I mean the past generations before us never planned and put us in the predicament we're in now, don't you think who is gonna make this change? Like, I need to make this change because I don't want my kids to go through what I had to go through, or what my mama had to go through, what my granny. Like, come on now. So have these hard talks.
Yeah, you got to have them conversations. I remember recently, our 8-year-old, she was going to school, and she getting lunch at school, and she taking the lunch with her. I'm like, bro, what's going on here?
And we paying. You ain't got no free or reduced lunch.
Yeah, ain't no reduced lunch. We paying
$5 a day for breakfast and lunch.
I'm like, so you don't need to send her no lunch with her. You need to just let her go through the lunch line. Well, she some days she want their lunch, and some days she don't. No, we sending her lunch, and she going to getting the lunch too. No, she needs to pick one. Which one you gonna pick?
And knowing our daughter, she wasting it.
Yeah, she wasting it.
She probably seen one thing on that tray that
she probably was giving it away.
No,
You know what I mean? So because if we send her with a lunch and she got her own food, she's not gonna eat all that what they giving her too.
No, she probably just seen a donut. If it got donut pieces or cheese sticks, she gonna buy that lunch tray just for one thing.
But that's where them conversations come in. Though. What's going on? Why you over here spending $20? Baby, why you uploading $20 to her thing when you sending her lunch down every day? And I had to say, hey, look here, girl. Look here, you go eat that lunch that we send you down there with. Don't go through that lunch line. You over there just blowing the money, just throwing money out the window. Do it out now.
Balling.
We ain't gonna do that. And the crazy part about it, when you don't pay attention to stuff like that, that's how you lose money.
That's exactly what it is.
That's how you lose money. When it's what is that? $5 a day. That's $25 a week. And then we sitting up with a lunch too.
And with groceries. And this is the killing thing. The first semester, I wasn't paying attention to that. First grade, I wasn't paying attention to it. And then I'm like, why am I uploading some money to a card? Like, this $30 should have lasted the whole school year. I'm thinking at least the whole semester. Then that's when I started paying attention to it. And I'm like, Lauren, why are you doing that? So a lot of times we're not paying attention to the things that is automatically drafted out of our account. Like these subscriptions, these continuity programs, like all these things that is a monthly subscription that we think, oh, it's nothing. It's like $20, $15. Guess what? That adds up in a year's time. That you not even gym membership. Half of us got gym memberships and don't even go to the gym. But once or twice, like New Year's, you might go for 2 or 3 months. And then that gym membership just sit. Yeah. And now we so bougie, we don't do Fitness Connection no more because, baby, that's beneath me. We going to EOS, whatever that's called. We going to all LA. We going to where it's 30 plus a month.
Some of them got 2 or 3 memberships.
Yeah, in different places.
Yeah.
And don't even go. Just to say you have a gym membership.
That was me. I remember when Fitness Connection first opened up, I had a membership at 24 Hour Fitness and Fitness Connection. And the reason I had both of them because the fitness 24 Hour Fitness was about a job and the Fitness Connection was about a house. So I say, well, when I go by the job, I'll go over there, and then when I come by the house, I'll go over here. But when they started opening up more Fitness Connection, I just let the 24 Hour Fitness membership close down. I'm like, no, we ain't gonna keep doing this. Let me shut that down. But it takes things like that for you to pay attention to those things in order to shut those things down. So that way, we cut the cable off in 2020. That bill was $120, $150 a month. We cut that off completely. So just imagine all the money we done saved since 2020 because we don't watch TV no more. If we catch us a movie on Netflix from time to time, but other than that, ain't no TV being watched in this house. All that watching the news and all that, nobody got time for that. We trying to look and see us some ways how to make us some money.
Yeah.
And give me a course, a seminar or something. Give me a YouTube video or something where I can be learning something so I can go get me some money. That's another thing too. If you're struggling financially, you need to be taking on as much information as you possibly can. I heard a guy say, study one thing for 30 days. Don't look at nothing else for 30 days but that one thing. Let's say whatever that is, you want to learn how to trade in the stock market. For 30 days, you need to be focused on nothing but that. And watch everything you can on trading on the stock market. Or whatever it is. You want to play the guitar for 30 days, don't do nothing but that. He's saying you'll be amazed at how much information you will learn in those 30 days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I've been doing on the foreclosures. When I've been in my car, when I've been going door knocking foreclosure and stuff, I'm listening to foreclosure information. I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. So we're 2 weeks in, about another 2 weeks, and all that information gonna be stored in your mind because that's all you focusing on. And it won't be hard for you to make money because that's all you focusing on, that one thing. What you got?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I need to challenge. I need to do that challenge.
What you gonna challenge yourself on?
To sit my ASS down, be obedient to the Lord. Even when it don't make sense, even when I don't want to.
For 30 days.
30 days. I need to just focus on obedience to God, even when you don't understand and when you don't want to do the calling that He's calling you to do.
Yeah, and see what happens. And do what the pastor told you to do.
That's part of it.
Yeah. He told you to pray. You know what I'm saying? Pray for your husband. Let me say this.
Oh my God.
No. Some people need to hear this.
We got to stay on the same topic.
It's on the topic. Some people need to hear this. If you want, let's say your husband is doing something financially, whether it's business, at work making money, whatever it is. If you want, and you a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife or whatever, and you want your husband to make more money, start praying for your husband as he leave the house every day. Pray for him. Lord, help my husband to make more money. Help my husband to find a deal. Help my husband to be. You won't even have to work. You just constantly just praying for your. Just think about that. You won't even have to work. You just constantly praying for your husband every single day on that issue. Lord, if it's for him, whatever's for him, help him to see the opportunities that's right in front of him today. Or whatever. And that's what the pastor told her last Sunday. He told her you need to sit down and be praying for your husband. That's it.
Stop trying to be industrial. Stop trying to do this.
Stop trying to do all this and all that. And just pray for your husband.
That's a hard thing. That's a whole conversation.
Just pray for your husband. We could do a topic in that alone. I guess after the 30 days is over with, then we'll do a topic on that alone. Just sitting back, being obedient, praying for your husband as he. And the crazy part about it, I ain't never asked her to do nothing. I ain't never asked her to go to work and all that. I told her a long time ago, hey, I'm gonna take care of you. Why are you out here trying to sweat and tall? You ain't got to.
Sweating and tall?
Huh?
Not sweating and tall.
Yeah, but it's like Pastor say, sit down. The crazy part about it, he told her right when she was trying to, right when she was trying to do all this and all that.
I'm in place mode.
I'm gonna start doing this and I'm gonna start doing that. The pastor say, sit down.
Friday, I made that decision. Sunday.
He said, Lord, the Lord say, sit down. The Lord told me to tell you to sit down and pray for your husband. That's exactly what he said. And the crazy part about it, I seen it. I was like, damn. He just gonna say it like that, you know. And we just had a discussion the night before, a couple of nights before.
Friday.
Okay, and then Sunday, here you go. Here the pastor go say, sit your butt down somewhere.
But honestly, I'm gonna be honest because I like to be honest with myself.
Yeah.
That was the reason why I didn't spew that out into my audience, like what I was doing, because I was still reserved from the last time I stepped out before, and I had to go back and repent. So I was like, Lord. I need to know for sure before I do anything.
That was your answer.
Exactly. That's why when he said that, I was just like, okay.
He gave you your answer. Straight from the Lord.
A lot of times we don't like what God tells us.
We don't like it. You know, sometimes when we gotta be obedient though, man. He done told me, my pastor done told me a lot of stuff. Like, bro, I don't want to do that. But you know, he say do it. You know, the Lord say do it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do it then.
But the killing thing is we already know.
Yeah.
Like, it will just it's confirmation.
That's all it is. The Lord already spoke this to us and told us what to do. But we like dummies. We got to have that confirmation. We like dummies. We got to have that confirmation.
We like that flesh. We like to give to that flesh, baby. We like to feed that flesh. Them desires.
Yeah.
Man, that spirit man just starving over here. It's just like, flesh, come on, let's go. Let's talk. Yeah. Let's go work hard. Let's go grind out our life.
Yeah, when you ain't got to do all that.
Let's go get this money like the world.
The blessings of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it.
Do we really know what that means?
Yeah. A lot of people don't.
I'm learning it.
You know, so
it's a different.
When the Lord tell you to sit down, you know, and the crazy part about it, you be like, man, but I can really go make this quick 100 or this quick 250 or this quick 500. I really can go do that real quick.
Easy.
But it's gonna take you away from what the Lord got. What the Lord He got you in a spirit in a season of stillness. In a season of being, in the season of being quiet, in the season of sitting down. He got you in that season, but you want to go jump in another season. You know, you got, and you know the crazy part about it. He may have you resting up for that season when you gonna be moving. You know what I mean? He may have you rested up for that. So yeah, we can do a whole topic on that. Put it down.
I just did that.
Yeah. So you know, guys, do you need mentorship when you're struggling financially?
Yes.
The short answer is yes.
Sí, señorita.
You do.
And
you may not be able to pay for it out of pocket right now. Go get that free mentorship. Get that free mentorship and go with that until you can afford to pay for mentorship. Let me say this as well. Some of y'all are fine money when you want to go buy certain things.
Because how many people went to that Cowboy Carter, Beyonce
concert?
And those tickets
some of y'all are fine money when y'all want to go enjoy some entertainment or something like that. But you won't find money when it comes to something that's going to change your life.
To get you unstuck.
Yeah. So we're going to leave y'all with that one. We're going to leave y'all with that. Yeah. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Did you have anything else?
No.
All right.
That's it.
God is good. Life is good. When we look good, we feel good. We live in a life of abundance. Peace.
Bye, guys.